My name is Stefan. I'm the founder and CEO of Meloon. Together with Zulu, I started 3 years ago, and basically what Meloon is doing is we're helping the carbon capture industry to be more effective and to solve this issue. The real reason is that carbon capture is around already 10-15 years and is very inconsistent, and in terms of cost it needs a lot of temperature, which means a lot of energy, and that leads to a lot of costs. Meloon has created a patent pending membrane that offers effective CO2 capturing and gives to our customers a lot of consistency, which is well acknowledged by them.
Tell me more about the founding of Meloon.
Yeah, I mean, basically 3 years ago I became a father, and I thought it's really crucial to protect our planet and to make sure that the next generations have the same beautiful nature that we have and the same chances, because we are in a way just a placeholder. And together with Zulu, we started to think about different solutions that could tackle the things, and we obviously decided for carbon capturing.
It's notorious that hardware is hard.
Yeah.
And software is where people are making the money. Why did you choose to do a hardware startup?
Fair enough. I mean, first of all, it's a hardware engineered climate crisis and not software, and even software runs on computing power, which is in the end also hardware, which needs a lot of energy. So I think the whole climate crisis needs to be solved by better hardware that is maybe enabled by software, but the main driver should be the better hardware that helps the planet.
One part that strikes me very much about you as an entrepreneur is that you have so many differentiated experiences as a founder. You're not someone who came fresh out of university with an area of research that you focused on. You have a good spectrum of experiences, from being an investor yourself to having your own other, maybe not startup, but like as we know it in this space, but small businesses like in like food.
Yeah.
But one thing that you mention over and over again is that you grew up on a farm, and that gave you a different kind of upbringing, right? How has growing up on a farm kind of defined you as a person?
Growing up on a farm means you get to work very early and to contribute to the family's surviving. And I learned very early that I should not take things for granted, and that I need to work and to deliver value to other people. One funny story was always when there was a huge school holidays during summertime and we came back, people asked me where I was in holidays because I had a nice time. And in the end I was working with my family on the field and doing stuff there, and I was like a lot in the sunlight and stuff. And that back then it was normal for me, but I realized in retrospect that it's not the typical life, and it helped me a lot to accept the tough times when you just do stuff and you should not questioning whether it's right or wrong, or is it too hard or not. You just do it to succeed over a period of time. And I think that helped me a lot to just do shit work very early.
Is it literal shit work?
Yeah, it's not nice sometimes.
For example?
Yeah, you clean the shit from cows every single day. For example, it's
every single day.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's not. There's no off time on Saturday or Sunday. Every morning and every evening you have to do it. Yeah.
And that was what age would you say you were?
I started 6, 7, so quite early.
To be on the farm?
To work on the farm, yeah.
Wait, 6, 7 in the morning? Oh, are you talking about your age? Yeah, okay, 6 or 7.
No, in the morning it was around 5 to 6 a.m.
Oh, okay.
And in the afternoon it's from 4 to 7, 7:30.
Wow.
So long hours.
I mean, those are experiences that I think as a Singaporean it's hard to find even.
Yeah.
So it's good to hear, and perhaps one day I can pop by and take a look at what the state of the farm, see if you've been maintaining it well.
Yeah. Please do so.
Another thing that you mentioned to me is how Meloon's technology is distinct, because carbon capture today comes at a high cost, right? The temperature requirements are high, the chemical requirements are high for the sorbent technologies. Cost is always something that you mentioned, like in order for carbon capture to grow as an industry, costs need to go down because profitability needs to happen, right? Tell me more about your views on being profitable in the climate space.
Yeah, I think it's very important to communicate that only a profitable business model helps the planet to survive, because NGOs is a part that is important for certain spaces, but in the end, if we cannot establish sustainable businesses that we gain from as a society, it's really hard, because it means in retrospect that there's always a person who needs to pay for and is willing to pay for just because it is worried about climate change. And I think that is not the majority, and it's also not easy to find that huge amount of money and people in order to protect our planet, because the impact right now is pretty huge and we need a lot of money and a lot of businesses. Therefore, we need to make them profitable to attract all kinds of different stakeholders in order to make that change.
I completely agree. It's one thing to have very mind-blowing new technology, but ultimately to scale to the point that the impact makes sense for the person delivering the technology. It needs to be profitable. Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you over the past year and spending the day with you. It's a lot of things, honestly, that I learned about the fields through you. So I'm very thankful to be able to be here with you in person in Berlin.
Me as well. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
Advice.